were being subjected to a kangaroo court, and which we're not going to accept. And you brought this white man here to come and persecute us, because you know that every white man will go after the blood of the EFF. That's what he's there for. I don't care whether my legal representative says he's got respect for him. I've got no respect for him. He's a DA lawyer. He's a well-known DA lawyer who's here
Honorable
looking for
Honorable
our blood.
Malema, can you make your point?
And we're not going to accept that. I'm making a point. You can't tell me how to speak. I'm making a point.
I'm requesting you not to be personal.
I'm
Respond
personal.
to the...
You can't tell me what to say. You can't tell me what to say. Let me make my point. And then you can rule me out if you want. So all I'm saying is you brought an apartheid apologist and beneficiary to come and persecute me. No white man can persecute me. I'm not going to allow that. And no white man will persecute the EFF. And we're not going to accept to appear before this white man and before this kangaroo court. You can go and be together in your own arrangement there. We are not going to participate in this kangaroo court because its outcome has been determined even before by yourself and the DA. That's why you brought a DA lawyer here to come and speak to us. He's not a man of integrity. He has got no integrity to can persecute us.
Hello everybody, welcome once again to AfriPost. I believe wherever you're watching us from, you're doing great. Now, Julius Malema remains to be a towering figure in South Africa's political landscape. In fact, I would dare say that he is the most known person in that country, just because of the way he keeps articulating issues across. Malema never ceases to face odds in all aspects. He can face the government directly, he can face the courts directly, he can face the judiciary directly, he can face any entity in that country without fear or favor. And one thing that comes out, that he is a great supporter of Pan-Africanism, and he is somebody who always rares to go and achieve more for his country. I want you to listen to this conversation that Malema had with court and a white lawyer. Malema really differed with this white lawyer, and I want you to listen to how they conversed and the final directions that Malema gave to his legal team. Take a listen.
Chair, after the short video, I would propose that you make a ruling that the legal team for the affected members take 30 minutes to motivate why the matter should be postponed without interruption by the committee members. I would then have 30 minutes to rebut their application for a postponement, and they have 10 minutes in reply to deal with anything that I've raised in my rebuttal to their application for postponement. Thereafter, the committee members could address any questions or queries they may have to the respective legal teams. So may I ask that the short clip
on the point of order. Point of order.
What is the point of order, Honorable Malema?
Chair, it is not the responsibility of the initiator to want to tell us how we're going to run the proceedings here. You can't tell us who's going to speak for how many minutes and who's not going to interrupt that person and who's going to respond for how many minutes. You can't tell us that. It's got no role to tell us that. It's your responsibility as a chair after the consultation with the team. You see, it's a problem, this thing that you hire minorities when you're charging Africans here. You did that with public protector. Now you brought a white man here who's coming to tell us what to do. We're not going to accept that. It's a responsibility of a committee to tell us how we're going to run proceedings.
So that I can make a ruling.
Make a ruling. Make a ruling. But this thing of bringing white people, when you are charging us, you bring white people to come and prosecute us. We're being prosecuted by a white man here, a white male.
Honorable Malema, can you stop there, because you have made your point and I've heard you. I will make a ruling as the chairperson. Initiator, can you stop there? I will proceed with the chairing of the meeting, and I have acknowledged your point of order is sustained. I will make a ruling as the chairperson. Now I'm proceeding.
But what they try to do effectively is to avoid even having the hearing commence. And when they do that, one has to look at the substance of the application that was brought. And I've made the point over and over, Ms. Cupido's affidavit are the four corners of the evidence that one will consider, that the committee will consider, and they just do not get off the starting point. In paragraph 38, I've made the point. So, Chair, in paragraph 39...
Chief, I'm calling a point of order.
What is your point of order, Honorable
His 30
Ndozi?
minutes is finished, Chairperson. His 30 minutes is done. He's been addressing here for over 30 minutes. He must be organized.
I think I've had 21 minutes, Chair, according to my clock, but I might be wrong. 21 minutes at this point.
He's not talking to you. There is procedure in Parliament. Keep quiet. He's talking to the chair. Why are you talking? Why are you talking when he's talking to the chair? It's not talking to you.
Malema,
That's the problem of white supremacy. That's the problem of white supremacy.
According
You
to,
think you can just disrupt us like that?
According to my watch, he's left with 6
Dlagude,
minutes.
you want to allow what?
Members.
Dlagude, you want to allow what? You want to allow what? We're not Dlagude. You want to allow what?
Honorable Malema, please, can you be orderly, please? I'm chairing. Can you respect the chairperson? You may raise your point of order, I will recognize you, but I'm responding to Honorable Ndozi's point of order that advocate is left with 6 minutes. Can we allow him to proceed, please?
Yes, Chair.
Proceed, initiate. I will now call upon the initiator to put the charges to the affected members.
Chair.
Yes, Honorable Ndozi.
It's Honorable Malema.
Oh, Honorable Malema, sorry. Over to you.
Thank you very
Honorable.
much. We heard your response, and we don't agree with it because we believe that in every situation like the one we're faced with now, there will never be a refusal to grant a first request of postponement. It's very clear that we're being subjected to a kangaroo court, and which we're not going to accept. And you brought this white man here to come and persecute us because you know that every white man will go after the blood of the EFF. That's what he's there for. I don't care whether my legal representative says he's got respect for him. I've got no respect for him. He's a DA lawyer. He's a well-known DA lawyer who's here
Honorable
looking for
Honorable
our blood.
Malema, can you make your point?
And we're not going to accept that. I'm making a point. You can't tell me how to speak. I'm making a point.
I'm requesting you not to be personal.
I'm
Respond
personal.
to the...
You can't tell me what to say. You can't tell me what to say. Let me make my point. And then you can rule me out if you want. So all I'm saying is you brought an apartheid apologist and beneficiary to come and persecute me. No white man can persecute me. I'm not going to allow that. And no white man will persecute the EFF. And we're not going to accept to appear before this white man and before this kangaroo court. You can go and be together in your own arrangement there. We are not going to participate in this kangaroo court because its outcome has been determined even before by yourself and the DA. That's why you brought a DA lawyer here to come and speak to us. He's not a man of integrity. He has got no integrity to can persecute us and will never be persecuted by a white man. We refuse to appear before a white man. We refuse to appear before a kangaroo court. Do what you want to do. Some of you won't come back to this parliament, especially you, chairperson, and many of you. You are going to watch parliament from home. Whatever decision you take will still be in that parliament, whether that white man you called likes it or not, we will be in parliament. As a result, we recuse our legal representatives. They must now leave that place, and we're also leaving this nonsense of a kangaroo court. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Malema. That's your view. Myself as the chairperson, I don't care whether I come back or not, but I'm chairing this session. I'm proceeding with the hearing. My ruling has been, the decision of the committee is that we refuse the postponement and we are proceeding. I will now call upon the initiator to proceed as requested, to put the charges to the affected members.
And my learned friend has asked me for an opportunity to address the committee, and I have no objection to my learned friend doing so.
Thank you. I know, Madam Chair, that you're quite keen for the charges to be placed. I'm sure that will happen in a moment. I just want to note two aspects on the legal side. Mr. Malema has addressed the politics of the matter. The first one is we would like the transcript of the deliberations. Someone told me that they had listened to the deliberations. I think they were available on YouTube. There is a disjuncture between the deliberations and the ruling that has been given. So we would like to scrutinize that quite carefully. So we would like the raw data of what was discussed, because it doesn't seem to tie up with what has been delivered. That's number one. And then number two, we just note that we also asked for a ruling on the appointment of a judge. There has been neither deliberation nor decision on that issue, but both of those matters, we would like to take them up in the Western Cape High Court. But at this point in time, we would simply like the actual transcript of the deliberation. You have also heard that my client has excused me from the hearing, but I have to give due deference to the committee to indicate that in the absence of a client, I have no mandate to remain. My juniors also have no mandate, and my attorneys have no mandate. So if I pack my bags, it's because my client has instructed me to excuse myself. But I still need to get the final word from yourself that I can pack my bags.
Advocate Toby, you are leading the affected members. I don't think that I've got powers to can instruct you to do that. It's your right with your affected members to take a decision. The ruling made by the chairperson is the deliberation and the decision of the committee. I'm not a committee member alone, so I won't evenly say that go or do not go. My surprise is that you are leading them and you are representing them, but the decision have been done by the affected members rather than yourself. So I don't have any obligation to can say you stay or you do not stay. The ruling of the committee still stands. We are proceeding. Thank you.
Yes, Madam Chair, I understand that, but the point is that I don't want tomorrow that there is an issue that I acted in contempt of the Parliament or the committee. So that's the only point I'm making there, to say, look, you've heard my instructions, and but if you say you are neutral on the subject, then there's no problem.
Malema is such an interesting figure, and I believe if you've listened to him, you'll appreciate that he's somebody who is ready to fight for his country. The only question is, will Malema manage to oust ANC from a power that it has held since independence? We know that Malema understands the politics in ANC. I do not know whether he will get the guts to really ensure that this political and ruling party is ousted, so that he can also be given this realm and gets an opportunity, so that we also see how Malema can rule and his kind of leadership skills that will bring. I know when he gets to power, many whites will be afraid of going to South Africa because of the manner in which Malema has been calling and championing against racism and white supremacy in South Africa. I thank you for joining us. Please remember to subscribe and like this video. Thank you, and let's meet in our next video.